What's up guys, welcome back to Falcon's Garage. Now today we're gonna work on this Nissan Armada. This model is an 05 and customers complaining that the car is overheating, but of course look at what I found. We have a broken radiator held on by some wires here. Looks like they fixed it. But alright, well, let's begin by, for sure we're going to remove the radiator. And also we don't have a serpentine belt. So it looks like water pump is not turning either. So, I don't know how far this truck overheated. It might be a bad head gasket or whatnot. But basically all I'm going to show you guys on this video is how to replace the radiator. So let's get to it. Alright, and for starters, I'm going to remove this engine cover here, two 10mm bolts, and then I'm going to remove the throttle body air hose. It's going to be a flathead screw here and one right here. I'm going to move it out of the way, that way I can have better access here. And my next step after here is going to be get to the actual fan clutch assembly itself, so I can remove it. So let me get this out of the way and I'll come right back with you. Alright, so I took off the engine cover and the air duct hose that goes from the throttle body. So next step is I'm going to jack up the car and I'm going to remove the dust shield that's between the engine and the radiator itself. That way I can start draining the radiator if it has any coolant or water at all. And I need to start draining the the transmission lines that it has down there. Also, so I can take off the bottom part of this fan clutch cover. So let's get to it. Jack up the car. Make sure you guys put jack stands if you're gonna put up the car. We all like to go home at the end of the night, so let me get to it. Here we go. We got four 10mm bolts. You know, one right here, one over there. We have one right there and one on the other side. And then this dust shield, metal dust shield, is gonna come right off. So let's take it off. The radiator. That smaller line, that's the transmission line. There's one on the other side, and this larger one is the lower radiator hose. So I'm gonna drain the transmission cooler lines, leave them hanging here, and same thing on the lower radiator hose. As far as taking off the lower part of this radiator fan clutch assembly, it's just this plastic here, so you gotta undo it from this tab right here and then pull it out. And then same thing on this side. As you can see, this is one piece and this other piece is gonna stay here, so we're just gonna move these two lines, and then this one should pop out and then downwards towards me. So let me get that out of the way and get these lines to start. Alright, so here's the bottom part of that fan clutch assembly shield. And these are the little tabs that you're gonna have to push in. And see if you can actually see them. There they go. You can actually push it in to pull it out, and then just pull it straight down. Of course, you gotta take off those two hoses so it can come straight down. Right now everything's draining. So right now while everything's draining, I can start working on the top. Get that upper radiator hose out of the way and get that same clutch fan shield, pull it straight up. I think it should have two 10mm bolts on either side, but let me figure it out. Here it is, the upper part of that fan clutch assembly dust shield or whatever it's called removed. And he had two 8mm bolts right here on the top. And since we already removed this lower part, it just pulls straight out without having to remove the fan clutch itself. What I'm gonna do now, I think the easiest thing to do for now, so I can remove that fan clutch, since I'm going to have to put a serpentine belt on it anyways, I'm just gonna go ahead and put the serpentine belt on first, and then with a 10mm ratchet I'm gonna take off those 10mm nuts so I can take off that fan clutch. And then I can just, right here on the top, you see an 8mm bolt. It's really long, that's what holds the radiator in place. It has another one on this side. So I'm gonna pull it out, and then the radiator should kind of swing towards the engine, and then I can take off. I think the condenser should be bolted onto the radiator. If not, then I'm just gonna pull the radiator straight out. But let me get to it and I'll show you guys what's next. So here we are. I took off the two 8mm long bolts that go right here. Radiator was able to pull forward a little bit, and then it has the, I think this is the probably like an a transmission cooler little radiator here. It has two 8mm bolts here, and then as far as the big condenser, and that one's down here, that one has also 8mm bolts here and here. So now that all that is loose out of the way, the only thing I have left to do is I'm basically gonna leave the condenser and transmission cooler here hanging, and I'm gonna pull the radiator down and out, pull it out, put the new one in, and then make sure that this one's going inside the brackets of the radiator. Once I have it out, I'll show you where it goes. And that's pretty much it. The radiator out. This is where the AC condenser goes. These are the two spots for it. And in these two little slots, that's where the transmission cooler goes. So that is pretty much it. And just work your way backwards, do everything in reverse order. Just be really careful and have a lot of patience. Hope this video helps somebody out, guys. Don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I will catch you guys on my next video. Thank you.